my dado, my rabbet, my miter, and my butt joint. I want to double check them with the square, make sure everything's square. My joinery is tight. And then I'm going to nail them together. The real bond is the glue, okay? So I'm just going to glue my joints first. You need enough glue so that the whole surface has glue on it. And on the rabbets and dados, make sure you get both sides. This is my butt joint here. So the glue is what really holds it together. But rather than having to leave clamps on it, what I'm going to do is nail it instead of having to leave my clamps on it. But I do put clamps on it so my fingers don't get very close to the nail gun. Okay, so I'm going to clamp that up. A good idea really is what's called dry clamp at first. Dry clamping means you put the whole thing together and you clamp it and see if it's the way you want it to look. Then you take it apart and then nail it. Okay, so there I am. I have a good coat of glue. You need napkins on there. Wipe up. You want to push these really flush. Absolutely, positively have your glasses on when you nail. This is an airline. Perpendicular is always off. Parallel is always on. Never spray yourself with air. Never do this near anybody's head. And you want to put the nail gun on. A nail gun is treated like any other gun. You only point it at things you shoot. Okay? If you play with this at all, you shoot a nail at anybody, you're out of the class. No warnings, no exceptions. This is a gun. It needs to be treated like a gun. Okay? There are two ways this works. There's a safety on it that has to be depressed, and then the trigger. So they have to be worked in conjunction with each other. Anything anywhere near the end of this gun is where that nail could travel. So you never shoot anywhere that you don't want a nail to go. Right? So I'm going to just pull the trigger here. It shoots a nail in. If that nail were to hit a hard spot or something funny in that wood, it could come shooting out at a funny angle. Right? So my hand is never down here when the gun's right here. Really easy to shoot a nail in there, hit a funny spot, and have that nail come out through your finger. It might just be a hole in your finger, or it might just be the shot that nips that tendon in there, and you can't use the end digit anymore. Okay, so there's the first nail. Second nail. Come around this side. Put a nail in. Another nail. A lot of things that are really nice about a nail gun. One of which is you don't get any hammer marks in here. Really easy to use, really fast. The other thing that's nice is it recesses your nails or countersinks your nails, so now you could wood fill over those nail holes. Okay. Key safety things, you never point this at anybody, your hands never go in front of it. When you're done with it, turn the air off, disconnect it, and put it back in the closet. Okay. These nails right here, are 1 1/4. So they're perfect going through the dados, but they're probably a little bit short for the butt joint. I might want to use longer nails on the butt joint. Any questions on nailing? Okay, most important thing?
Safety.
Be safe. We're done gluing and nailing. The glue's had time to set up. You have your pneumatic nails recessed because you use a nail gun. If they didn't recess, you use a nail set and a hammer to set them a little deeper. And then once they're in there, then this is wood fill. This is alcohol based, so it dries really fast. You need to open it up, take like a little piece out, put the top back on. That's how long the top stays off, seconds. Then you take that wood fill, either using a putty knife or your finger, and then you kind of work it into those nail holes. Right, you're going to use an oak wood fill and oak wood, black walnut wood fill and black walnut. The more you wipe off, the better off you'll be for sanding. Ever see how that works? So that's wood fill. If you really don't want to see it at all, that's the best way to cover it up. The other way is you could use a screw and recess the screw and put like a wood plug over the screw head, if you need a lot of holding power. Okay, so then I'm all done wood filling. That needs to dry a little while before you sand. If I have a lot of sanding to do, like this, I could either do that with the belt or the disc. I think I'll probably sand these flush right here on the belt sander. And I want to keep sanding until my joints are all flush and all my burn marks are gone. And then my finish sand, I use a handheld orbital with like a 150, 180, 220, and then I finish. When you have any joinery like this, you never sand any joints. There's no way to get anything flat, so it's going to butt up perfectly with a sander. It has to be a straight blade. So the whole project again, you got 4 joints, rabbet, dado, butt, and a miter. The inside box should be 3 by 3. This piece sticking out should be 1 inch. And then also check for square. Good? All right, there it is.